Hello, thanks for tuning in. My name is Brittany and I'll be guiding us through this power flow practice. And today we have Shannon joining us. We might be using some props during the practice. If you do have a block with you at home, feel free to grab your block, place it by your mat. If you don't have any blocks at home, that's okay. If you have a large book, that might be handy in place. And for some of the postures, it might be a little bit more comfortable to grab a blanket and fold your blanket a couple times. Just have these by your mat. We'll get started in a child's pose. So bring your knees about mat width apart. Big toes will touch. Sink your hips down towards your heels and reach your arms forward. The crown of your head will bow down towards your mat. And take this time here to wiggle around, make any adjustments if needed. And for this posture, you might like to grab that block, book, or blanket and place it underneath your hips here for some support. Just taking this time to start to slow down. Slowing down your body, slowing down your breath, trying to slow down the thoughts in your mind. Starting to bring your attention towards your fingertips, noticing any sensations here, any temperatures. And start to slowly drift your attention down your body, down your legs, all the way to the tips of your toes. Seeing if there's any areas that are calling out to you. Spots that might feel a little bit more tense or tired today. And if that's the case for you, try to bring your attention and your breath towards these spots, helping to find some ease and some release. And starting to tap into your breath, actively deepening it here. Breathing in through your nose, nice and big. And exhaling out of your nose to release. Inhale, fill up your belly like a balloon. Exhale, hug your navel to your spine, expel all the stale air. Inhale, expand your ribs wide in every direction. Exhale, contract your ribs in. Inhale, fill up your chest with air. Feel it lift away from your mat. Exhale, melt your chest low to the ground. Continue to breathe like this. Just letting your breath flow through your body like a wave. Keeping this deep breath, start to float your forehead slightly. Walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat. You might even come up. And exhale, lower your chest, lower your head back down for a side body stretch. Continue rooting down through your left hip. And if you'd like to come a little bit deeper here, set your left hand over top of the right. 2 more cycles of breath. Feeling a stretch here in the left side of your body. And with an inhale, lift your forehead, walk your hands through center, and now all the way over towards the left. Exhale to rest down, head between your arms. If you'd like to go deeper, place your right hand over the left. Continuing to take big, expansive breaths here. Creating space between your right ribs. Inhale, float your forehead, walk your hands through center, child's pose. One last exhale, rest down. Inhale, begin to rise up to a tabletop, coming onto your hands and your knees. Placing your wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees will come underneath your hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. With your inhale, start to drop your belly low to your mat, tilting your tailbone and chest high up to the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine, press your hands into your mat and gaze to your belly button. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, coil in, tuck your chin to your chest for cat. Continue to flow here, moving as fast or as slow as you'd like. Your eyes can stay open, you can close your eyes, really tap into the sensations in your body. 3 more complete cycles, staying in this flow, or adding in any other movements you need to help wake up your body here. Last one. And then returning to your tabletop, neutral spine. Spread your fingers wide, curl all 10 toes into your mat, and start to lift your hips up and back behind you for your downward facing dog. And start to pedal your legs out here, bending one knee followed by the other. Then add in any other movements you need to help wake up your body. That might be a sway in your hips side to side. Maybe a little shake in your head. Taking as long as you'd like. When you're starting to feel a bit more energized here, slow your movements down and find stillness. Starting to press firmly through your fingertips, the knuckles of your hands. Allow your shoulders to relax down your back, away from your ears. And bend into your knees slightly here to start, helping to lift your hips up and back. Inhale, draw your gaze forward, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees and tiptoe towards the front of your mat. Forward fold, feet are hip width apart. Inhale to a halfway lift, reach your crown away from your hips. Exhale to fold. 2 more cycles. Inhale, halfway lift, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, release. Last one, halfway lift, create a flat back. Exhale, fold, come into a ragdoll shape. Catch and hold opposite elbows with your hands. Bending your knees as much as you need so your belly can rest near or against your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Staying strong and still with your legs. You might find a flow here with your upper body, swaying side to side. Notice how your neck and shoulders are feeling. If they're a little bit tight, give your head a shake no. Give your head a shake yes, finding some release. Slowing your movements. Release your elbows. Root down through your feet and need to roll up to stand, moving one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Inhale, circle your arms towards the ceiling, bring your palms to touch. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart center, equal standing pose, Savasana. So to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Tap into the sensations in your body to start to slowly warm up and move. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now is a great time to do so. It's going to be a simple word, a simple phrase, but something to come back to when your mind is wandering or when you need a little bit of inspiration. Thinking of your intention, take a big breath in. Exhale, side out your mouth. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, lift your biceps up by your ears. Exhale, hinge at your hips and dive forward. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to plank. Drop your knees to your mat, lower to your belly. Untuck your toes, keep your hands where they are. Inhale for a baby cobra, just lifting your chest. Exhale to release down. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Taking 5 cycles of breath here. Continue to breathe as you are, or start to tap into your Ujjayi breath, your oceanic breath. By breathing in and out of your nose, by constricting the muscles you use to whisper at the back of your throat, creating that sound of ocean waves crashing against the shore. Inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step to the front of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, hug your belly button up to your spine. Exhale, release. Root down through your feet, rise up tall. You might gaze to your fingertips. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, plant your hands, step your feet to plank. Option to drop your knees lower to your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale, baby or full cobra, extending your arms. Exhale, transition back to your down dog, taking 3 cycles of breath here. Starting to feel your body warm up as we find our flow. Inhale, take your right heel high to the ceiling. Exhale, round your knee to your nose, you're gonna touch it here. Inhale, kick your leg back. Exhale, draw your knee forward, step your foot between your hands. Keep your left toes down on the ground, but peel your heel high up. Squeeze your inner thighs together, arms will lift towards the ceiling, crescent lunge. Take a moment here to notice how your foundation feels. And if you're a little bit wobbly, just widen your stance. Scissor hugging your legs together by drawing your right hip back, left hip will come forward. I'm trying to bring your gaze or gesture to one spot in front of you. Inhale, fill up. With your exhale, tilt your chest forward, bring your hands by your hips into an airplane variation. We'll pause here for a moment. Try to reach the crown of your head forward, creating this nice long line all the way from the top of your head to your back heel. Squeeze the pinky edge of your arms in towards your body, feeling your triceps light up. And then with your next inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. This time with your exhale, open your arms to a cactus. Drop your back knee down to a hover. Finding a flow, inhale, rise up to crescent. Exhale, lean forward, hands by your hips. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, sink down. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, sweep forward. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot to plank. Option to keep it floating as you lower down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Right away, inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, coil your knee forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, round your knee to your nose, step your foot between your hands, crescent lunge. Root down through your feet and rise up tall. Inviting that scissor hugging motion into your legs, squaring your hips forward. Maybe widening your stance. With your inhale, fill up. Exhale, lean your chest forward, 45 degrees, hands come by your hips. So pause here for 3 full cycles of breath. Creating this long line in your body from the crown of your head to your back heel. You might start to feel your legs, your glutes light up. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Exhale, drop your back knee to a hover, open arms into a cactus. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale to sink low. One more cycle. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale to deepen. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot to plank or keep it floating. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest, open your heart. Exhale, down dog. Take 5 cycles of breath. When you return to your down dogs, you can always stay in stillness. You might find some movement, pedaling your legs. And if at any time during the practice you need to take a little rest, you can come to your child's pose where we started. Moving through that same sequence, one breath per pose. Inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, forward fold, big toes will touch. Halfway lift, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, release. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit low. Exhale, fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, lift your right heel high. Exhale, round your knee to your nose. One more time, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot forward, high lunge, rise up, big breath in. With your exhale, dive forward to your airplane variation. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend your back knee to a hover. Inhale, exhale, vinyasa. Plant your hands, step your foot to plank, lower down. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Left heel will lift, breathe in. Breathe out, round your knee forward. One more time, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your foot forward, crescent lunge, rise up nice and strong. Exhale, ride the wave, dive forward. High lunge, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, open your arms, drop your back knee. Rise up as you breathe in. Exhale, vinyasa flow. Take your flow, moving with your breath. 3 cycles of breath. Starting to notice the heat here in your body. And if you've lost your deep breath, try to invite it back into your body here. One last time, inhale, gaze forward, high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, forward fold. Halfway lift, hug your belly button up to your spine. Exhale, release. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, scoop your right heel to the ceiling. Breathe out, round your knee forward. One more cycle, inhale, kick your leg back. Exhale, step your foot forward, rise up, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, airplane variation, hands come by your hips. Inhale, rise up, biceps by your ears. Exhale, bend at your elbows, bend your back knee. Inhale to rise. Exhale, vinyasa flow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, round your knee forward. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Ground down, rise up tall, high lunge. Exhale, airplane variation. Inhale to lift. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, take your flow. Taking 3 cycles of breath here. And feeling free to pause your video if you need to rest a little bit longer, catching your breath. Inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, forward fold, big toes will touch. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold in. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit your hips down and back. Bring your hands to your heart, take a big breath in. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Left elbow will hook towards your right knee. And it might not find a hook, that's okay. You can keep your hands here at heart center. If you'd like, you can open your arms wide like wings. And if you have a side crow in your practice, feel free to take that pose here. Continuing to breathe nice and deep, breathing through the fire, breathing through the tapas in your leg. With your next inhale, return to center. Hands to your heart. Exhale, prayer twist to the left, 5 cycles of breath. Staying nice and strong, finding your strength. Maybe sink your hips slightly lower here. With every inhale, lengthening your spine. With every exhale, try to twist your chest towards the ceiling. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Nice work. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop to plank, chaturanga. Lift your chest as you breathe in. Breathe out, down dog. Inhale, lift your right heel up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Draw your left heel down to 90 degrees, and then circle your arms up towards the horizon, warrior two. Taking a moment here to find your strong warrior stance by rooting through the pinky edge of your back foot and lunging deep into your front knee. Gazing forward beyond your front fingertips. With your inhale, start to reach forward. Exhale, drop your forearm to your thigh. Lift your left arm up high towards the ceiling, or bring your bicep by your ear. Extended side angle, Parsvottanasana. Feeling free to stay here. You might begin to drop your right hand to a block, drop your right hand down to your mat. Left hand can come towards your low back for a half bind. You can interlace your fingers around your front thigh for a full bind. And if you have a bird of paradise in your practice today, feel free to take that posture. 3 more cycles of breath, staying nice and strong. Trying to maintain a posture where your breath continues to flow. If you're in a bind, start to release it here. Gaze down towards your right toes. Bring your hands to a block or down to your mat. Start to shift your right forward into your right leg, and then to float your left leg off the ground for a half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly here, you might bring your left hand to your hip. And you can stay where you are, nice and expanded. Or if you'd like to come into a sugar cane, feel free to take that pose now. Bending your left heel in towards your hips, and try to catch hold of your left foot with your left hand. 2 more breaths, breathing through the fire, breathing through the shaking. If you're in your sugar cane, release your foot. 1 more inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, vinyasa flow. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Sweep your left heel up towards the ceiling as you breathe in. Breathe out, step your foot forward. Drop your right heel 90 degrees. Cartwheel your arms up to the horizon, warrior two. Taking a few breaths to settle into your pose. Trying to reach your arms far apart from one another. And soften your shoulders down your back. Gazing forward, inhale, begin to reach forward. Exhale, left forearm comes to left thigh. Right arm reaches up high, extended side angle pose. Pause here for a few more breaths. You might stay as you are, or come into any other shape that's calling out to you. Left hand can drop to your block, drop down to your mat. You can take your half bind, your full bind, coming to your bird of paradise. If you notice that your chest is diving forward here, imagine you have a wall right behind you and you're leaning your chest back onto that wall, helping to rotate your heart up towards the ceiling. 1 more cycle of breath. Release your bind if you're there. Gaze to your left toes. Bring your left hand to a block or down to your mat. And begin to lift your right foot off the ground. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. If you're feeling super stable where you are, you might begin to float your hand off of the block or off of the ground. Option for your sugar cane, catching hold of your right foot. Stand here for 2 more breaths. If you're in your sugar cane, release your foot. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. With your next inhale, start to rise up tall, bring your palms to touch. Exhale, lower hands to your heart center, equal standing pose. Draw your gaze to one spot in front of you, something that's not moving. Shift your weight over into your left foot. Hug your right knee up towards your chest. When you're ready, start to cross right ankle over left thigh. And start to bend into your left knee. Hips will draw down and back as if you're in a chair pose, coming to your figure 4 balancing posture. Keep a flex in your right foot to protect your knee. And you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can fold forward, hands come to a block, hands come to your mat. You can take an arm balance by resting your right shin on your arms like a shelf. Weight will come forward into your hands, and your left foot will lift. Or option to take your toe balance pose, dropping your hips down to your heels, and trying to float your hands off the mat. 3 more cycles of breath wherever you are. And starting to slowly rise up the same way that you came in. Hug your right knee up to your chest. Exhale, step your foot down. We'll reset. Inhale, lift your arms, palms touch. Exhale, lower hands to your heart center. Fixing your gaze. Shift your weight into your right foot. Hug your left knee up to your chest. Cross left ankle over right thigh. And begin to sit your hips down and back, figure 4 chair pose. Keeping a flex in your left foot. Choosing to stay here or take any other expression, your fold, your arm balance, or your toe balance. Focusing on your breath, focusing on your gaze. Finding some calm within this posture. 3 more breaths, staying strong. And start to slowly rise up the same way you came in. Lift your left knee to your chest. Exhale, plant your foot down. Bring your toes to touch here, heels will be apart. Lift your biceps up by your ears as you breathe in. Rise up to your toes, heels will lift off of your mat. And then start to squeeze your legs together and lower your hips down towards your heels for a toe balance posture. If you need some help with your balance, you might drop your hands to your mat. Continue squeezing your legs together, take another breath in. And then with your exhale, sink your hips down to the ground, bring your hands towards your thighs, and bring your tip toes to the mat. We're setting up for a boat pose. This might be where you stay today. You can begin to lift your feet off the mat at a 90-degree angle. Hands can stay on your thighs, or you can reach your arms forward out in front of you. You might play here with lengthening one leg, followed by the other. Maybe lift both. Wherever you are, try to maintain that lift in your chest forward and up. Option to stay here or we'll come into a flow. Taking a breath in. Exhale to a low boat. Float your heels, float your shoulders. Engage your core, rise back up, high boat, inhale. Exhale, lower, low boat. 3 more cycles of breath, flowing or staying still. Your choice. 2 more. Last one. Low boat, pause here for 5. Option to flutter kick your legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Full body body stretch with your arms up by your ears. Give your belly a little break. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms facing the floor. Bend your knees, plant your feet to your mat. Bring your feet about hip width apart, heels will stack underneath your knees. Press through your hands, press through your feet. With your inhale, lift your hips up high towards the ceiling for your bridge pose. You can stay where you are. You can bring a block or your blanket towards your low back here for some support. Or as Shannon was doing, if you'd like to come deeper into this expression, interlace your fingers behind your back and walk your shoulder blades close towards one another. Notice if your knees are splaying wide here. And you can imagine or actually place a block between your thighs and squeeze that block nice and tight. 2 more cycles of breath. 1 more inhale, so you can lift your hips slightly higher. Exhale, release your hips to your mat. You can set the block aside. Step your feet mat width apart and windshield widen your knees side to side, releasing tension from your low back. Coming into 1 more back bend pose. Option for your bridge, hands by your hips. Or you can take wheel if that's in your practice today with your hands by your ears. Whenever you're ready, with your inhale, begin to rise up into your pose, 5 breaths. Listening to your body, and if it is cueing you that it's ready to come down before that 5th breath, feel free to do so. When you come to that 5th breath, take the biggest breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, lower your hips down, come to a supine bound angle pose. Soles of your feet touch, knees open wide. You can rest your arms by your side with your palms facing up, or bring 1 hand to your chest, 1 hand to your belly, connecting to your body. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel your heart beating in your chest. As we start to transition to our cooling postures. Start to draw your knees together. Curl them in towards your chest and place your hands on tops of your knees. Start to circle your knees far apart from one another, and then circle them back together, moving through some rotations with your hips. Continue with this motion. And then start to switch directions, moving through about 3 more rotations. On that 3rd cycle, draw your knees close towards your armpits. Lift the soles of your feet to the ceiling and catch hold of the inner or outer edges of your feet for happy baby. You can stay in stillness, or you might rock your baby here, swaying side to side. It might feel good to lengthen one leg out, followed by the other. All the while trying to keep your low back rooting towards the mat. Begin to slow your movements. Release your feet and curl your knees in. Give your legs a hug. Bring your hands to the back side of your knees. And begin to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine, the length of your mat. Gain momentum. When you're ready, at the top, cross your ankles, plant your hands. You can step or hop to a plank pose. One last flow if you would like, or come straight back to your down dog. Inhale, lift your right heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw right knee behind right wrist, setting up for half pigeon pose. You can walk your left leg slightly back. You can glance to make sure your heel, knee, and hip are in line. And if you feel like you are drooping down towards the right, you might grab your block, your blanket, and place it underneath your right hip for some support. Staying here as long as you like. But when you are ready, lower into relaxing pigeon. Forearms might come down to your block, or they can come all the way down to your mat. Notice how this pose feels for your right hip, your right thigh, your back. Try to send your breath here to find some release and some ease. Three more breaths. And begin to rise up onto your hands. If you have a block, a blanket under your right hip, remove that here. Drop down to your right hip and circle your left leg forward, coming either into a cross-legged pose with your left leg in front, or coming into your double pigeon with left leg on top. If you are taking double pigeon, make sure to flex both feet, protecting your knees. And if there's a big space here between your left knee, your right foot, you might place a block there in between. Bring your hands by your hips, connect your palms into the ground. Press through your hands as you lift your chest towards the ceiling. You might stay here in this heart opener pose. Or with your exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, and walk your hands out in front of you. 4 more cycles of breath. Noticing the ebb and flow of your breath. Noticing the sensations in your body. Starting to slowly rise back up if you're folded. Release your legs from your double pigeon, your cross-legged pose. Plant your hands out in front of you and make your way to your down dog however you'd like to get there. Notice the differences in the left and right side of your body. We'll try to balance it out here. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, draw your knee behind your left wrist, setting up for half pigeon pose. Walk your right leg back. Making any adjustments you need here, inviting any props you would like into this posture. Then taking your time to make your way to relaxing pigeon. If you find your mind wandering here, or if all you can focus on is the discomfort you may be experiencing, try to bring your focus, your attention towards your breath. With your next inhale, rise up onto your hands. Remove your block if it's there, rest down on your left hip. Circle your right leg forward, coming into your cross-legged pose or your double pigeon, right leg on top. Hands come by your hips. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your heart. Staying here or folding forward. Taking 5 cycles of breath. Noticing how this pose feels with your right leg in front compared to the left. Last full breath. And returning to your center. Uncross your legs, planting your feet, knees will stay bent. Reach your arms forward, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down towards your back. Open your arms wide into a T. Lift your knees to your chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, draw your knees towards the left. And gaze to your right fingertips for your supine twist. You can stay as you are here with your knees stacked. Or you might begin to straighten your right leg out towards the side. You can bring left hand to right thigh, adding a gentle pressure down. Or you can use the peace fingers of your left hand to catch hold of your big right toe. With your next inhale, lift your gaze, lift your knees. Exhale, draw your knees over towards the right and gaze to your left fingertips, twisting in the opposite direction. Staying as you are, or coming to any other variation of this posture. Continuing to breathe nice and deep. Using every exhale to help deepen this twist. Inhale to center. Wrap your arms around your legs, giving yourself a hug, a big thank you for practicing. Draw your forehead up towards your knees, squeeze into a tight ball. Take a breath in. Exhale, open and expand to corpse pose, Savasana. You can wiggle around. Adjusting the posture as needed. But then once you've found that sweet spot, allow yourself to completely relax. Noticing the heaviness of your muscles and your bones. Feeling the support of your mat beneath you. We'll take 2 clearing breaths. Inhale, breathe in through your nose. Exhale, side out your mouth. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, release. Seal your lips together. And allow your natural breath to return to your body. Feel yourself growing heavier and heavier with every exhale. Start to imagine that you're sinking down to the ground, down to the earth beneath you. Feeling free to stay here as long as you'd like. Thank you for joining me.